Fyodor Dostoevsky, the tortured genius who plumbed the depths of the human soul. In the shadowy underbelly of 19th century Russia, one man stared into the abyss of the human soul, and the abyss stared back. Fyodor Dostoevsky wasn't just a writer. He was a survivor of death, exile, and inner torment who transformed his suffering into some of the greatest novels ever written. Books like Crime and Punishment and the Brothers Karamazov explore guilt, redemption, faith, and the darkest corners of the mind. His ideas influenced Freud, Nietzsche, and existentialism itself. But who was the man behind these masterpieces? A gambler, a revolutionary, an epileptic haunted by demons. This is the story of Fyodor Dostoevsky, a life as dramatic as his fiction. Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky was born on November 11, 1821, in Moscow, Russia. His father was a strict doctor at a hospital for the poor, exposing young Fyodor early to human suffering and inequality. Tragedy struck when his mother died of tuberculosis. Later, his father was allegedly murdered by serfs on the family estate, a trauma that echoed in his later themes of patricide and rage. As a young man, Dostoevsky trained as an engineer but dreamed of literature. In 1846, his first novel, Poor Folk, earned praise from critics for its raw portrayal of poverty. He was hailed as the next Gogol, but success was short-lived. Dostoevsky joined a radical intellectual circle, the Petrushevsky Group, discussing socialist ideas and forbidden books. In 1849, Tsar Nicholas I cracked down. Dostoevsky and his comrades were arrested for treason. The punishment was brutal. On December 22, 1849, Dostoevsky faced a mock execution. Tied to a post in the freezing Semenovsky Square, he awaited the firing squad. Minutes from death, a messenger arrived with a pardon from the Tsar, commuting the sentence to hard labor in Siberia. It was psychological torture designed to break them. Dostoevsky later wrote that in those moments, he pondered the meaning of life. This experience shattered and remade him. Sent to a prison camp in Omsk for 4 years, he endured chains, brutal conditions, and convicts from all walks of life. Murderers, thieves, peasants. Epilepsy seized him there, adding physical torment. Yet, these years gave him material. His 1861 book, House of the Dead, exposed the horrors of the Russian penal system and celebrated the humanity even in criminals. Released in 1854, Dostoevsky served as a soldier in Siberia, fell in love, and married. But freedom brought new struggles, crushing debt from his brother's failed business and a severe gambling addiction. In Europe, he lost everything at roulette tables. This inspired his novella, The Gambler, written in a frenzy to pay debts. Back in Russia, epilepsy worsened. His first wife died, and his brother passed. Yet, this period birthed his masterpieces. In 1866, facing deadlines, he dictated Crime and Punishment while rushing The Gambler. He married his stenographer, Anna Snitkina, who became his rock. Crime and Punishment follows Raskolnikov, a student who murders an old pawnbroker to test if he's a Superman above morality. Tormented by guilt, he confesses and finds redemption through suffering. It's a psychological thriller exploring free will, evil, and atonement. Later, works delved deeper. The Idiot, 1869, portrayed a Christ-like innocent in a corrupt world. Demons, 1872, warned of revolutionary nihilism tearing Russia apart, prophetic as it mirrored real terrorist groups. His pinnacle, The Brothers Karamazov, 1880. A sprawling tale of three brothers, sensual Dmitri, intellectual Ivan, spiritual Alyosha, and their monstrous father. It grapples with faith versus doubt, famously in the Grand Inquisitor chapter, where Ivan questions God's world filled with suffering. Dostoevsky argued that true freedom comes through faith and love, not rationalism or rebellion. Suffering, he believed, purifies the soul. In 1881, at age 59, Dostoevsky died from a lung hemorrhage. He was mourned by thousands at his funeral. His legacy? He pioneered psychological realism, influencing modern literature, philosophy, and psychology. Freud called him a master of the unconscious. Today, in a world of moral crises, his questions endure. Can we be good without God? Is suffering meaningless? Dostoevsky didn't just write stories. He wrestled with existence itself, and in his torment, he found profound insight into what makes us human. Thanks for watching. If Dostoevsky's life moved you, drop a like, subscribe for more literary deep dives, and tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Dostoevsky novel?